Scarpa boots.
North Face Gore-Tex. I've got my waterproof trousers on and gaiters. Now, if you notice, gaiters are underneath the waterproof trousers. Otherwise, the water will run straight down your trousers into your boots, giving you wet feet. And I've got my Scarpa boots on, which have got the rand, the rubber strip going all the way around, because it's going to be soggy today. If I need to camp out later, if I don't make the distance, I've got my walking poles, sleeping bag, tarp. If you notice, I haven't got a rain cover on my backpack. So I never really liked them. One, they really catch the wind quite badly, and two, water still seems to ingress and you end up carrying about 5 litres of water in the bottom of it. So the best thing to do is just make sure everything's dry bagged inside, and don't worry if the bag gets wet, because it's just extra stuff to carry. It's a bit pointless. So I've got my sleep system all in one bag, one big dry bag, my first aid kit in a dry bag, my tarp is separate, sitting on top, and my warm gear and my stove are in separate bags as well. My stove's actually in a pot, but if you look back in your videos you'll see it. Food wise, I'm just going to keep it simple and go with ration packs today. So the route I'm doing is about 12 miles. Now that's if I can find my way through. Footpaths haven't been closed or anything, so I'm trying to stay on footpaths, have an explore. So I walk down there and then walk back. So it could be 22 miles, or I might just, once I get to the coast, because I'm trying to plan the route, once I get to the coast there's nothing that can go wrong on the coast, because you'll be hand railing the sea wall. So I may just walk to the coast, but that's still going to be probably a 20-mile round trip, 18 miles, something like that anyway. But in these conditions, just need to keep plodding on, keep going. So it is currently, what the time is, 11 o'clock. Now I wanted to get started walking this morning about 7, but things happened, ended up talking, being a bit lazy, spending too much time drinking coffee, and here we are. But that's fine, because I've got everything I need to camp out. So all I need to do, if it starts getting dark, tuck in somewhere, set up, get my head down for the night, first light I'm off again. So no one will even know I've been there. Layamai Tower over there, and I'm heading that way to Heybridge, or Heybridge Basin, which is next to Malden. So this is a footpath right the way through the middle of the field with this sort of clay. Yeah, I'm just going to end up about 2 feet taller by the time I get to the other side. As you can see, the sky is clearing up a little bit. We've still got very high cloud, but the lower rainy stuff is starting to back off a little bit. I think there's more expected, but this is what you deal with. But it's still drizzling at the moment, so I'll keep my hood up. So I hate having a hood up because you lose peripheral vision and your hearing. It's not so great, but if you leave your head down in the rain, all that rain on your head will run down your neck and you will get wet, and then you will get cold, and then you will be a grumpy person. So best thing, stop all the water ingress, get a jacket that's got underarm vents that you can unzip. That's kind of, there's so many nice jackets out there that haven't got it. I find it a little bit frustrating. But today it's 13 degrees, which means it's quite warm, you know, outdoor wise. So I've got the vents open. Yeah, look at my feet, like where's the gummage? Right, it's stopped raining. Skies are a bit clearer. Just going to cut through this public footpath, and then we'll get onto a bigger public footpath. And this is the problem when people don't walk very many paths. So I'm having to tab it across the field, and again, clods of mud. Hopefully I can pick up the path on the other edge of the field, but this is the right way across here. Nightmare. Oh my god, this is hard work. If sun does come out and it dries off enough, I will take my jacket off, but I'm leaving it on at the moment because it's kind of air drying and there's still a bit of drizzle in the air, and whenever I walk under trees I'm still getting dripped on. But if it properly dries off quite nicely, then jacket off and back in the bag. Yeah, so again, I should have tagged right across this field, but I went all the way around the edge and then got onto this path up here, walked up here, and then found this bridge and was like, oh okay, there's no marker on that side to tell me I need to walk across the field. I don't really want to walk across that field anyway because it's exhausting. Here we have a bench, so we'll have a sit down. I mean, you see it's fairly water repellent. I could do with treating it again, but it was only I don't know, 10 or 20 quid off of Facebook, so nothing too indulgent. Drinky. So these have got that kind of bite top. So I got them on AliExpress. They're like £2.50 each. The other thing I was thinking as I was walking with these, so in winter conditions you can keep these in your pocket in your inside your jacket, and that will stop them freezing, but also you could fill them with hot water because they're like a silicone base, and then you'd have 4 hot water bottles secreted around about your person, so you could put them in leg pockets. So yeah, I think that is a good idea. But I think they were like, yeah, £2.50 each, something like that, AliExpress job. But if you know how much these cost, that's actually pretty bloody cheap, because I've been looking at them for a while. They're usually sort of 8 or 10 quid just for one. Stupid. But 500ml, fairly wide mouth, so you can clean it. Some of them are tiny little mouths on them, and it fits a soy mini, so bonus, bonus, bonus. Right, so got a bit more of a flow on it here, which is always good because of the amount of rain we've had. There's no cattle around here. This is always a worry when you're taking runoff from land. Is going to be the cattle, because cattle carry E. coli and salmonella and all that sort of stuff. So the only thing we need to worry about is pesticides. I don't think they're spraying any pesticides at the moment, or fertilisers. They may have sprayed some shit everywhere. Again, E. coli risk. So if they're they've planted the fields, they've probably muck spreaded them. So then again, we've got possible human waste, which they do use from cleaning out sewage systems, and you've also got possible cow poo or pig poo. So yeah, tasty. Right, so I'm going to fill up my bottles. So here is my water kit. So in here I have got antibacterial wipes, so I can wash my hands after I've been handling dirty water. There's a toothbrush, I'll brush my tooths, a spare lighter, some lip balm, the actual water bottles. This is the dirty water bottle, so we keep that in a plastic bag so it doesn't contaminate anything else. Toothpaste, lip salve, and my soya mini. So I'm going to fill up this one in the stream, put the soya mini on, and then keep my rubberized bottles, keep these as clean as possible. That seems reasonable at the moment, unless I have any problems or it takes too long. We'll see. Okay, so that's those 3 filled up from down there. Now looking at this ground, there's a lot of straw in there. Now this is probably where they've ploughed in the harvest, but there is a faint smell, or I'm paranoid, of poo. So to double up, I'm also going to put a chlorine tablet in each one of them. I know it tastes grim, but I think belt and braces, there's no point making yourself sick. I'd rather drink swimming pool water than have the trots. So. Right, so the rain's setting again. You can see by the clouds that's not going to give up anytime soon. So we're going to follow this down to the road, and then we're going to follow the road along and pick up the next bit. Now, it's always important to work on your map memory. Instead of like walking to a corner and then looking at the map, am I there? Am I there yet? Get the idea, get the route planned in your head. See, I know I'm going to follow this down to the road, and then I'm going to go left. I'm going to follow the road, and I'm going to pick up the second footpath. There's one that goes off in a different direction that takes you to the wrong place. So I'm going to walk off to the second footpath, so I know what I'm doing. And I've also got the backup, the absolute luxury of having the View Ranger map, which I find just nicer to use than the OS maps. OS maps is good, but I've had issues with it. I've downloaded maps, gone to use them when there's no signal, and the map hasn't downloaded, which is really frustrating. You can see how nice and moist the going is. So I still can't take my waterproof trousers off because everything is just so bloody sticky. So I'm just about to get into town of Tolles-on-Darcy, and I'll be able to change the battery in my camera, and I might stop and have a coffee as well. Who knows? We'll see when we get there. But I just sat down and have a drink and have a look at the map and have a piddle. It's nice to be on some decent ground, because the bloody cutting across fields is really hard work. Right, so I just found a tree to sit under. It's actually dry under here. Well, it's almost. So got my stove out. Tomato pasta salad, and it's only best before end of 2017, so only 3 years out of date. That's not bad, is it? Genius. Nearly 4. Heating instructions: can be eaten hot or cold, stir well before serving. Yummy. So what we're going to do, let's scrunch this up inside here, then add water, eat the ration pack, and then put coffee in the water. Boom, saves you time, doesn't it? So I'll get set up. So it's quite good because the air in the packet starts to lift up where it started to expand. So we can see she's bubbling away. We want to try and get it on the lowest temperature without it going out. Bubbling. Right, so that's boiled. We'll just let it sit in the hot water for a little while, and that heat should go into the meal, and then we should be good. And then I can make myself a coffee as well. Oh god, I need a coffee. Really need a coffee. So I've got me spoon here, which is a folding, so it's half titanium and half Chinesium, and that locks like that. And I've got a set of knife, fork and spoon, which is pretty decent, to be honest. But usually I only use a spoon, but it's handy to have. That actually don't smell bad. It smells a bit like a pot noodle, but tomato and pasta, and then I've got my coffee there, so I'm happy. Nice, and that's nice and hot as well, because that's out of my hand. Excellent. So definitely feeling better now I've eaten something. Just a coffee, bit of sugar in my system. Feeling less despondent about everything. That should last about 5 minutes. I'm so close to getting dark at 6:30. Whether I'm going to have to camp out or not, if I can't continue. It will depend where I am, whether I camp out or not. If I do well, I won't have to camp out. What's the time? It's currently about 3 o'clock. Yep, 5 minutes past 3. And I've got about 4 hours walk back once I get to where we're going. I come across a private land sign, and the footpath moves off across these fields. At least it's fairly solid underfoot. Really hard to predict that this weather's doing. I think it's just if a shower hits you, it hits you. But I think it's looking very dark over there. But the wind and dark over there, that looks dead stormy over there. But as for here, it's looking alright at the moment. Horseradish. Nice. You can tell it's got the spiral curl to the leaves. Oh, and it stinks of horseradish. Another telltale sign. You dig up the root, it's just like a big carrot. But if you pick wild horseradish, it will blow your head off. Yeah, seriously strong stuff. Good times. Cool, even the leaves are spicy. Well, definitely that having something to eat is, well, having something to eat and getting onto decent paths has really made a difference. I was just a bit cheesed off. Yes, I came down that path over there, and then I've had to detour all around here. Bloody stupid. Right, so I made it to the top of the seawall, so so this point comes right out, and then it comes back in. So that path I was on, I'd have walked through that farm and then met up with that far side, so which is a quicker route, to be honest. So they put a stile in here because there's cattle and sheep in the field. Oh, sea smells nice though. Nice one. Right, so I'll set up a time lapse and I'll race you back. Permission woodland that we've got. I'm just going to sit here and get me dinner done first because I am absolutely ravenous. Picked a couple of apples on the way and they were like the best apples I've ever eaten. So I've definitely put the miles in today. Also got a phone number from one of the farmers, which is a good contact to have for like future camping and stuff, so that's good. Although it's miles away for where I'd like it to be. There you go, but it's still good. So yeah, I'm gonna get some tea on and I'll bring you back. Oh god, I'm looking forward to this. I'm more looking forward to the coffee, to be honest, because I really need some energy so I can get up again and get all my setup done. Who says gas cookers are noisy? I think that'll do, so I need coffee, otherwise I'm going to die. There you go, we have coffee, we have ration pack. I'm happy now. So, just had my coffee, sitting there relaxing. Text my wife, she said she was cold, I said light the fire, and she's burnt her finger somehow, lighting the fire, and she's a bit worried about it. So, I am gonna go home. I'm not far from the car, but I was really looking forward to a sort of a nice soggy night out to test my kit, but family takes precedence, I'm afraid. Sounds like it's quite nasty, so I've just thrown all my gear back in the bag and gonna get out of Dodge as soon as possible. Get these epoxy boots off as well. Yeah, sorry guys. Right, sorry about that guys, things can't be helped. It's looking proper grim out there anyway, but it would have been a good test of the kit. So I was just taking a tarp and my new 3-season bag. So if you like this video, check out that one, that's really good. Obviously subscribe down there. This video is alright and that one's a bit shit, but